Easy's cheap with a breakfast casserole, and this is one you can make it keto friendly or no carb because it's eggs, meat, got a tube of sausage, and cheese, a little bit of cream. I'm going to use a little milk too, so that won't make it completely carb free, but you can just use the whipping cream. That does make it carb free. And just going to put it all together. Casserole for breakfast. First thing we're going to do is get our eggs, and I'm gonna make a regular casserole dish size. So I'm going to use, I think I'll use 8 eggs. Again, this is something that I don't have a pure recipe for, and you can vary the size by how big you want it. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to make this carb free. Accident. Oh well. Broke that egg too hard. I suppose I could scoop it up and be like Rocky. But it's only 1 egg. I'm not going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Don't know my own strength. All right, there's my 8 eggs and my 1 I got to clean up. Get in there. Hey, that wasn't too bad. Got it pretty well. 1 lonely egg left. Clean up. Okay, so there's my eggs, and I'm going to add, I had a big thing of cream left over from a dessert we made. So I'm going to add that to the eggs. Probably a cup, I would guess. Browning my sausage, by the way. Then we're just going to whip this up. And you can use the mixer as well, the blender, the immersion, you know, the motorboat. And this cream will obviously thicken this more than milk would. And now it's just driving me nuts. I'm just going to go ahead and add that last egg because I'm not going to leave a container with 1 egg. So there you go. Just couldn't stand it. And that is really thick. So I hope I've got that mixed up well enough. Now let's get our casserole dish ready. So I'm kind of cleaning out the cheese drawer here. I've got some Gouda, a little bit of leftover Colby Jack, some Swiss, and then I'll do some cheddar. So a lot of flavorful cheeses. And I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm gonna put the sausage down first. That's what I need to do. Brown sausage. And this is just sausage I got at Aldi. Breakfast sausage. And this is going to be meaty because we don't have anything else in there besides the eggs. As I said, this is the no carb, keto, just tastes darn good version. So I did put nonstick spray in the pan first. Try and get it evenly spread out. Now we're going to add our cheeses. We'll start with some mild cheddar. A little bit more. Now we'll add some Gouda. Gouda has a lot of flavor. And this is just a little bit we had left over. I think we had Gouda cheeseburgers or something that we used this for. And some Swiss, lots of good flavor in Swiss, and I love it in egg casserole. Good stuff. And this all just goes on top of the meat. Now, if you aren't doing bread, if you want bread, you know what? You just put a layer of bread right on the bottom to start off. And all the recipes I always see say take the crust off the bread. You don't really need to do that. I don't think, personally. And then, in that case, you would soak it overnight, too. This is a little leftover Kojak. Anybody else notice, does your dog like cheese? Because my dog loves cheese. Little piece of cheese for you, dude. There you go. Nice catch. I'm just going to finish off that Kojak. So you can see it's meaty and it's cheesy. And then we pour the egg mixture right over it. Try and do it kind of evenly. And your cheese is going to move a little bit. That's okay. And the egg cream mixture over top. Want to get it all out of there. All right. We're going to cover this and bake it for, I'm going to say probably 30 minutes, and then we'll check it and see if it's ready for the top to come off. So this is sausage and a variety of cheeses. As I said, you could put bread on the bottom. You could put other stuff in it too. Boy, onions, peppers, mushrooms, other meats, certainly bacon or ham, something like that. You could also put hash browns in it. I know a lot of people like to put hash browns. It's going to bake up and fill up with whatever you put in it. There's no wrong answers, and they all taste really good. So the casserole has been in the 350 oven for 45 minutes, covered. So we're going to uncover it. Ooh, that looks pretty good. But you can see it's still a little jiggly. So it's got to go a little more time. We'll go another probably 15 minutes uncovered, 350 oven. There's some breakfast deliciousness. Total of an hour, 45 minutes at 350, covered, then uncovered for 15 minutes, and it's all ready. No carb breakfast casserole. As I said, you could put bread on the bottom, you could put potatoes in it. So we're going to dig in now. Got my spatula. And the great thing is, this is breakfast all week for Mrs. Cheap. That was kind of why I made it and why I make it so big. So we'll have it for breakfast this morning, and then it's easy to heat up at work or at home. That first scoop. There we go. That's some goodness right there. You know what? I realized when I made it too, I told Mrs. Cheap I forgot to put a little bit of salt. The recipe calls for like half a teaspoon of salt and a little pepper. So I'm going to salt it and pepper it now. There we go. I think I have a fork handy. You can see it poofs up like an egg does. Look at that. Good layer. Now it will, once it cools down, it'll flatten out a little bit, but that's okay. Now, melted cheese, so it's going to be hot. Love an egg casserole. This would be great with toast too. Have a piece of toast with it. That's it. Breakfast casserole. John eats cheap. It is cheap and tasty.